Hello everyone, my name is Mark Bogle with Carolina Thunder Baseball of Clayton. Today on the Thunder Baseball Network, we're just going to goof off. We're going to have some goof off drills to do in the backyard. I've played baseball a long time, and these are some of the fun things that I like to do when I grew up as a kid, and I think they really helped me to get better at the game of baseball. One of the things is this tennis racket and any kind of ball you can find. So you can see the different kinds of balls here. I've got a tennis ball, I've got an Incrediball, and I've got like a big green ball that you can use in the pool. This is a great ball to use. I use it at camp because you can hit this ball so high up in the air. The kids aren't worried about it hitting them on the head because it's soft, but it is a very hard ball to catch because when it hits in your glove, it will bounce out. So you have to use two hands to be able to catch this ball. A lot of people say, well, that's a big ball, it should be really easy to catch. But it is so bouncy. It is so bouncy that you have got to use two hands. So one of the things I like to do is just put the kids on the field and just start hitting this ball around. But in your backyard, you can do this for yourself. You can hit that ball straight up in the air and catch it just like that. One of the things I would suggest doing is getting rid of the racket, throw the racket out, get over there underneath it, use two hands like a pro, and catch that ball. So that's one of the drills you can do. Hit that ball higher and higher. After you get good at that green ball right there, get you a little super ball out of the 25-cent machine at the store and start hitting that up in the air. That thing will go 500 feet. If you can catch that ball, you can catch any pop fly in the game of baseball, I guarantee you. So that's one of the fun drills to do. You can do that in your backyard for hours, and it is a great fun. So the other thing that I like to do is, if Allie can pan over here to these different kinds of bats and balls that are here. One of the things I did when I was a kid is I just had a stick, and you can see that that stick is a lot thinner than that bat right there. So I got a lot of area to hit on that bat, but on this bat here, I don't have that much area. So what I like to do when I was a kid, and even I like to do it as I got older, is take these little balls like this, and what I would do is I'd have somebody pitch those balls to me and I'd try to hit them with this stick. The other thing, I like to mix the colors. You see I've got white and I've got orange. One of the things I like to do with that is, as the ball's coming to me and I'm going to swing at it, I like to call out the color of the ball. That means I'm seeing the ball really well. And it's hard to hit that little ball with this little bat. Once you get consistent at doing that, it's a whole lot easier to hit a big baseball with a big bat. So parents at home, take these little balls, flip them at your son, give him a little stick. You can even break a branch off a tree, just make sure it's not rotten and it's going to break. So this is another game that is really fun. The other thing I like to do, we do this sometime in pre-warm-ups, is we let the kids hit heavy balls. We pitch these to them, and as they come in, they hit them. They don't go very far, but we ask that they really make contact with it and push through and drive the ball. So these are great for pre-game workouts, but you can do these in your backyard at home as well. The other thing that's really cool is this little bat. You can hit with this bat off the tee. I like to put the heavy balls on the tee and have the kids just bam, whack the ball, one-handed, bam. And then, you know, you can take those wiffle balls and hit those as well. Switch hands up and you're doing the same thing off the tee, wham, wiffle ball, bam. Okay, so that's a great tool. It doesn't cost much to do it. You can just do a little stick. Instead of buying a bat like this one, you can actually just take a stick and cut it short and be able to use it just like a lightweight bat with the wiffle ball. Now my absolute favorite game to play is cornhole baseball. Cornhole baseball. And Allie, if you'll get a pan right here onto this orange marker here, and you can't see it, but on the other end of this field there is another orange marker. So what I like to do with this is I like to get the ball after you've been warmed up, and the other marker is probably about 200 feet on the other side of the field here. You can't really see it, but what I like to do is the game is pretty simple. You put one person on one end and one person on this end, and you throw the ball and see who can get it as close to this as possible. Ideally, if you could make that thing bounce up here and stop there, then you are ultimately the winner. The game is over and you are the winner. So that's kind of the goal of the game, is to get it to bounce up here and roll right into there. But really, whoever wins each time is whoever gets it closest here. So we're going to play this game for about 30 seconds. Allie's going to take a troll down to the other side of the field, and I'm going to throw a couple baseballs her way. We're going to see how close we can get it. So you can see the balls are pretty close. I did not win automatically for sure, but the game is pretty easy. You pick up the balls and you go back the other way with it. Come back this way, see how close you can get the ball here. The challenge is to throw the ball farther than you're normally throwing. It's kind of like a fun long toss, which helps your arm get a lot stronger. So that's a fun game to play, see who wins. When I was at Cleveland High School, John Jacobs, Jamie Lee, myself used to play a game, the coach's game. We called it golf, but we would use a fungo bat, and we would hit the ball to certain targets. Whoever was first got to pick a target, say the left field foul pole. We would take our fungo bats and we hit a ball. Whoever got the closest to the left field foul pole would get to choose the next destination that we would go to. So it might be second base, or it might be the right field foul pole, or it might be home plate. But then we would play, and eventually, you know, we would get through a couple of holes and the kids would show up for practice and we'd start practicing. It was a good way to kind of get our bats loosened up before we started practice and hitting with our fungo. So a lot of fun ways to play this game, a lot of fun ways that you can make up your own games at home. These are some of the games that I used to play when I was a kid. So it's going to be a beautiful weekend this weekend. Get your stuff out and get ready to play some baseball. Join us next time on the Thunder Baseball Network.